Meeting to order, Planning Commission, July 14th at 6 PM. Just got a roll call, please.
Yes, Linda Cromer.
Here.
Jude Schulte. Absent. Aaron Cornett. Here. Karen Abbott.
Here.
Brett Hamilton.
Here.
Aaron Markway.
Here.
Ryan Good. Here. Okay, I'm gonna pass that around.
I think we have one agenda item tonight. Anthony, if you want to take that.
Yes, it is the development plan for Kendall Construction Group. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but
It's only when you look at it, so don't look at it. Oh, what'd I say?
well, we're having technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's projecting from your computer, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it's just our system.
Yeah. Source thing again.
$30,000.
It's going through this
More than
barcode click share.
You have to plug that into your computer.
No, I don't have an USB Wi-Fi.
Thanks. Okay, and that does it, or not?
I'm gonna try this screen.
Do you have a computer? Well, they have the pictures. I think we can go through it with the hard copy.
Yeah, I don't think it's
He even brought us pointer and everything. He was ready.
I was, man.
really weird. We'll fix that.
He's been through this before.
That's a nice little tool.
I think Mike got it to work.
Said that before. Okay,
There we go.
I'll stay here and click for you.
Okay, so this is for Kendall KPG Greendale LLC, who is constructing or proposing to construct 9 apartment buildings on property near Connector Drive and US 50, and with a clubhouse, a pool, and they have submitted some slides for you that they have, and then I'll turn it over to Mark Rosenberger, who will go through the development plan. Or Austin, did you want to start?
I just want to introduce myself. Austin Carmody with Kendall Property Group. I'm the lead developer for the project. I'll let Mark and Lauren talk about some of the specifics of the presentation, and then I'm here for any questions, big picture, small, whatever. There's some information that needs to be filled in. I'm here to help.
Okay. Is it okay if I go do this? We like the hard copy, so if you want to slide to the next slide, please. Appreciate you all taking your time out here to meet on this. It's kind of an important project, I think, for Greendale and for the residents of the area. So the project overview, in Austin stepped in if you hear me say something in there here, but they were looking at this parcel here, which was under the Boldock property. And right now, they're purchasing the parcel B, which is 10.23 acres of land. That's where the development's located. This is the cleared area that you're familiar with in terms of where this property is, and then the remaining parcel A will remain intact. It's not part of the development at all. And it's my understanding this will come to the city eventually. Is that correct?
My understanding is the city is working with the landowner on that.
Okay. Okay, so this project, it's, as Austin said, there's 9 buildings. There's a clubhouse, and then a trash compactor with a maintenance facility located on it. The 9 buildings, they comprise of the
176 units.
how many's in building 1? I forget.
Building 1, it's got 24 units. Building 2
It's
is
got
16.
16. So there are 3-story buildings, all within the code that we're following. Colin, if you want to go to the next slide, please. This here is the actual elevation of the clubhouse itself and the color scheme that they're looking for. The shingle roof, I'm assuming, and then brick facade. And so go to the next slide, please. Building type 1 is this, where you have the front face of the building located here, in the rear with these not potential, but garages that are to serve the units. Now, the unit composition of this is all between 1, 2, 3 bedrooms. There's a mixture of it without belaboring getting into the details of it. Go to the next one, building type 2. Building type 2 is the smaller building and also still has the garage access points in the back there. So go to the next one, please. Regenerating, there we go. So originally, the project was going to involve going over into the tree area, but now it's been scaled to the point for 176 units. As you come into Greencom Drive and come through Connector, you veer through here with a center island, and then the traffic can maneuver through here, through there, back in, through this way, go through this way. There's a lot of movement that's just not streamlined for one point. So we did provide this to the chief, both chiefs actually, and they did have comment on it, but I'll go over that in a little bit here. So these modern days right now, ADA is important, period. And we basically, the ADA, as you can see in the green colors here, configuration is so that the ADA can be accessed throughout the whole site and all. It's a big issue these days, and we kind of pride ourselves in developing a grading plan that addresses ADA significantly. So if you want to go to the next one. So real quick, I mean, right now we have heavy duty pavement running through there, and then in the parking stalls of the lesser pavement size. So if you want to go to the next one. Now these drawings are getting a little busy, so I'll have to just give you some description on it. So this is the utility plan. You can see lines kind of running through here, and storm sewers running all over the place right now without belaboring. The way this site is structured is we put in zones, a drainage zone here, a drainage zone here, and a drainage zone there, because there's existing 48-inch storm there and existing 24-inch storm, which we're utilizing. And before it exits the site, we have what is called a dynamic separator, which improves the water quality before it goes off-site. Also, in these drawings also, all the storm catch basins will have a 2-foot sump to collect more trash and oils and debris. So this is where we're at these days, where you have to provide water quality, which is a great thing. So the sanitary, we have a main line running through here to a lift station. Now, the lift station is going to be private. The sanitary is going to be private. The city will not own that. And that'll be managed by the company they have set up for this development. We've had numerous conversations with Sean Udice on this, and we're probably going to switch out a couple pump systems so that's more in line with what the cities. I think that's like 17 pump stations. I think it's something like that. So that if it's an issue, it can be rectified and taken care of. So that is all going to be private, sanitary. Store is going to be private. Water is going to be public. Right now, the water shoots up, shoots over, and shoots over. It's kind of an odd arrangement. It made no sense as to why the water is what it is, but we're going to relocate it and rebuild it. So we're going to have a 12-inch line connect into the 12-inch line that's on 50, and the 8-inch will tie into that, and then we'll tie back into the water main that services it up to Valley Woods and all. So the electric is currently being designed. The existing electric runs right along the brim of the fill area, the fly ash fill area. And at that point, we'll be figuring out, working with Sean in terms of where to tie into these junction boxes and serve these buildings. So that's part of the development that has occurred. So there's an existing detention basin here, which serves this piece that the city owns now, that's dedicated to the city for detention. We're utilizing that also for detention. This is the NDOT detention. We're not affecting any on that. We're not changing or encroaching on that. So as part of this development, we're gonna have to dedicate this easement, the detention for it. It wasn't dedicated. It's on the Boldock property being used right now without a dedication easement. So as part of this project, we'll dedicate that to the city, so that, and probably when we be the best is we'll have to maybe talk about, maintenance, how we deal with the maintenance on that. So that's gonna be something later on down the line when we figure on that. Getting to the clubhouse. The clubhouse is located here. There will be a pool in this area here, and then a centralized mailbox area. What else am I forgetting here? I think that's it for that right now. If you want to go to the next slide. So this is an even busier drawing. This is the grading plan. So the majority of this area here is at the flood protection grade it needs to be. This area, the flood protection grade is at an elevation 488.5. This is at a 489.7. We're setting our buildings at 492.19, which is 2 feet and some change above. It's a requirement that has to happen. So a lot of this area here is going to receive some more additional fill, up to 8 feet in this area.
How many feet? 8?
8, because this area here is lower. You can see it when you're driving down the road that this area is higher.
And you have plans for what the fill,
I'm sorry,
you have plans for the fill,
plans for the fill?
yeah. What you're gonna fill with.
It's going to be good material. Yeah, so all of this stuff is subject to the geotech being on site. This is going to be a project where the geotech's going to need to be on site and watch everything.
Good.
It has to happen because of the uniqueness of this being a fill site fly ash. So in essence, we're basically utilizing just this area and not encroaching into the any other grading or encroaching into the slope through here and all. And then of course, the SW3P, I'll work with Alan on that in terms of EMS4 regulations and all. And again, we've had numerous meetings already on this with Sean, Alan, Steve. We've had meetings with everybody on this just to flush out a lot of this stuff because it's a unique project. It really is, and it's similar to what the cancer center is in terms of the ash that's there and all. So geopiers will be used for the buildings, all that protective measures will be taken. So if you want to go to the next one. I'm going to let Lauren kind of just describe a little bit about the landscaping.
Yep. My name is Lauren Mihal, and I am a landscape architect with Bear Becker, and I've been helping pull together these zoning graphics and zoning plans on the landscape side of things. So you see the blue stripes is the VUA area, and it's required to have 20% interior VUA planting, so that's in your lime green. Anywhere we're putting a tree right now in these islands, that's one of the areas that the new code requires 360 square feet. The minimum they're placing, there are a couple that are below that. I believe this one, none is under 180 square feet. It's really important to have enough soil in order for those trees to survive, especially in a parking lot. And with the fly ash, we are planning to do a soils plan to really specify the depths of the soils in these planting beds, especially if there's a lot of clay. They don't do well in that. So to really give them the best shot, especially in a parking lot, we will be creating a soils plan and really detailing out how you're supposed to plant these and not just plant them wherever they are. One of the other requirements is the parking lot perimeter area, and that's seen in purple down here. The new code, all you have to do is have it adjacent to the right-of-way. And right now, we'll get into more specifics on that and what variants we're going to talk about. And then the last requirement is the building foundation in blue. We don't have the actual plants on there right now, but we will be providing building foundation plantings to anywhere that's visible from a right-of-way. So if you want to go to the next slide, we can look at some of the trees. we are planning to use. So this is just the first list. If there's any that you're absolutely not, we did choose native hardwood trees for any location that was not under a power line. So that front area along the road is under a set of power lines. So we do plan on using service berries or red buds under there because you can't have a full native tree, but we still need that parking lot perimeter. So those are the 2 trees down here. The rest are large native hardwood trees that do really well. We use them all the time in parking lot areas, and they provide a lot of habitat for animals as well. So the next slide is talking about this parking lot perimeter. So this is one of the areas that is a little unique, and we're asking for a variance. It's required to have 15 feet in all front yards, and ours, because the property line is so unique, kind of jogs here. And in order to get our parking requirement, we had to pinch down up to 1 foot here, and then it does go all the way as wide as 21 and a half. So in this area, the closest you are to US Route 50 is still 47 feet off. So it's not gonna feel like you're right next to the road. And then even down here, this is about 10 feet of perimeter buffer, but it's about 73 feet off the road. So again, you're not gonna feel that. And then the new code, all you need is, there's no shrub requirement, it's just trees now. So our goal is to still like evenly space, so you weren't like crowding all the trees in one area, and try to provide as much screening as we could, with the understanding that there's overhead lines and it is pinched down a little bit there. So I think that's all I have. So that shows the hardwood, the smaller trees there. I think the next slide is it, yeah.
I would like to amplify one thing on there. This site is, it's tight. That's why some of those things are kind of going on in that. And in order to make this work with all the issues that you have to kind of consider, the slope, the ash, all those things, this is where we're at right now. And if we do some kind of change, move something, it changes a lot. Whatever you do, this is where it landed. This is what we have, and that's how we see it get developed. So the key thing on this thing is geotech involvement, understanding, the utilities that are running through there and all. And there's no cut scenario on this. It's fill, if anything, or being right at grade. So we're not cutting into any of that. So
Can you explain a little, I don't know much about the ash fill. I don't want to take up a whole lot of your time, but I'm just curious to know a little bit about it.
the ash fill, they put fly ash in there. That's a byproduct of coal.
So how deep is that, or?
Well, in some areas, it's probably, it could be 3 feet just below the surface, and then it goes down a certain distance. It could be 10 feet, it could be 15 feet, it could be 20 feet.
Okay.
But like, take for instance with the building's heavy, geopiers are gonna be driven. Actually, they pack concrete in there to stabilize that thing, so that if there's a jelly type movement on the fly ash, that's stationary. The cancer center, that's a big building. That's what they've done there. So
Okay.
that's what be happening here also. And my answer, I'm sorry, to make sure.
Yeah, I have a better.
It's a byproduct of the power plant.
Right.
Yes, I know that, I knew that, but I didn't know that was Phil up there.
Yeah, so it's important, and we're doing our due diligence. Kendall's doing their due diligence. They don't want to build something that's going to fail. So, I mean, that's what we're doing all the due diligence that needs to be done.
I have just a couple of small questions.
Okay.
On the site plan sheet, which is the second or third one, the divided, the island,
Yes.
what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be
I'm sorry?
grass, is it gonna be a concrete berm, what's it gonna be?
It's
on the-
supposed to be planting and a couple trees in there.
Yeah, there's 3 trees shown in there with the planting in the grass area.
And how wide is it?
If we can get it,
Yeah, the landscape plan.
we talking? Oh, here.
The middle island.
It shows it without the landscaping on the site plan page, and then on the landscape plan,
Yeah.
it shows 3 trees.
It looks like it's 8 feet. I don't have a dimension on there, Linda, sorry.
I am glad you're developing this under the new plan because it allows you to aggregate one parking spot size for, it makes me crazy. I do have one, I understand the need for the variance, that's not this board's headache. Along 50. Serviceberry trees though are such short-lived trees. I'm a little concerned that in a few years, those serviceberry trees are gonna go away and not be replaced. So that is my one real concern.
Would you want, if you could, I mean, we can certainly show what you think maybe feasible there.
Any small ornamental is gonna be a fairly short-lived tree.
Yeah.
Um,
They're like 20 to 30 bucket issue.
I would like for you to consider thinking about some kind of conifer, shorter conifer, something. Uh, Because those serviceberries aren't gonna last, and that's the visual you get on a very short distance.
Yeah, I definitely, evergreens, you can definitely find shorter ones that aren't gonna conflict with those lines,
Right.
will survive a lot longer. But I was just trying to get
I'd
like
rather
the
have them
native
grow
hardwood. as like-
slowly and be there a few
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
than look good for 2
Die
years
out,
and then
yeah.
die.
Assuming you open these as they get done, correct, like 1,
Yeah.
2, or 3?
Yeah, depending on the site work, generally the overall schedule is about 24 months. We'll have a building, clubhouse in probably 12 to 14 months, and then after that it goes
Okay.
building. So you get open, and then you're leasing, and you're getting building every month and a half. Could be, it can go as fast as every 30 days, but that's pushing it.
So these are rental and not purchase.
These are rentals, market rate rental apartments.
Do you anticipate any concerns with traffic flow, rush hour wise, or any adjustments that may be needed on Greencom or anywhere else?
Actually, when we did that traffic signal originally, and then it was passed off to another engineering firm when it became an NDOT project. We were working for Casey and Rollins before that. We did a traffic impact study on that. And the use that was proposed there was a heavy commercial use. And this is an apartment use that's a little lesser than that. So, no traffic
Okay.
issues.
Thank you.
Another thing that I was thinking about was the other parcel of land that is behind there. So that's not really going to be like a possible extension of this, right?
We
Okay.
have no plans of extending this one.
Okay.
No.
So then if there would be something else considered for that parcel, they would have to have a entrance exit
Yes,
off
Yes.
50.
yes.
I don't know the railroad rules, but I'm assuming we're distance enough off the railroad on that backside.
Yeah, so there is no railroad rules in terms of how close a building is
Okay.
to it, but your zoning keeps the building. So we plan on just not affecting, leaving all that foliage on the railroad.
Okay.
Coming 5 feet off and we're going, and then we're not, it lays perfectly in elevation, but we don't have to obliterate all the trees through there or encroach on the railroad whatsoever. So
It sounds like you've still got a number of things in the air that you're working through, but you've made a lot of progress in a short period.
Yeah,
So I think a lot of people are really encouraged. I'm encouraged by the speed you.
For sure.
What was the biggest hangup with the 2 chiefs on the radii for turning?
Chief Craig didn't have anything.
Nothing?
I made him measure the biggest truck and give me the dimensions. That's how we laid it out. I said, go ahead, I need you to go, tell me this, tell me that, give me those numbers, and that's how we set up the radiuses and all. We have a program that checks the flow of traffic
So
And-
during the winter, who's responsible for road clearing? Who's gonna be
You will.
On the
plowing it?
property?
Yeah.
Oh, it's,
You are.
we are, yeah.
So it's pretty
Oh.
self-contained.
The only thing,
Absolutely.
the only public thing that the city is gonna absorb is we're gonna turn the water over and the electric lines over to the city. Everything else, they manage, or it's private. Roads, storm, sanitary, that's all on the developer.
Clubhouse serves also as an office, and in there you've got property manager, assistant property manager, and you've got the maintenance office. So it's a fully operating business, where, 24-hour maintenance, there's that's having it contained. I mean, part of our contracted services would be landscaping and snow removal.
What are you here for, gentlemen? Form and color?
They are here for, yeah, but essentially what we used to call form and color and landscaping is now called the development plan, which is a little bit more intensive, showing that they have brought all of their plans. The new code allows this board to approve the 2 waivers that they requested, which is that there's that small section that doesn't meet the front yard setback in the landscaping plan, and a couple of the islands are less than 360.
So it wouldn't have to go to zoning for that?
It does not have to go to zoning for a full variance if it's in their development plan.
Again, my one reservation with that is the tree cover, is the visual thing.
That's why she's here. That's why we're here.
So,
Thank you for that.
we're kind of putting the BZA out of business.
And we
That's
really
good.
have.
I'm on the BZA and I like not meeting.
You're probably like, thank you.
Right. They're brokenhearted.
So, Counselor, this is the first large development that we're addressing as the planning commission. Do you only need one motion and vote on the plan approval? On the
Yes.
form fill? Did Steve Lampert have any big hangups that didn't get addressed?
He had a lot of comments that got addressed.
Okay, was there anything outstanding that he had?
The only thing that's outstanding is updated electrical plans that's going to be turned over to the city, and an addendum to the geotech. They gave us a large geotech report for the fly ash. He asked that an addendum be made to that for the installation of the utilities to show basically how those are
I like it,
safely
though.
put into
You
the
don't
fly
like
ash. And those are the 2 things that we're still waiting on.
If we approve this concept tonight, we are not taking that off the table, are we?
No.
I would make a motion to approve.
I have a question for us. What color is that siding on the front?
The turquoisey building 1.
Because it looks brown on the back and then.
Those don't, I mean,
Yeah.
I could send you.
I'm just curious, is it brown, is it black, is it
Well, I'm not a color
turquoise?
guy, I'm not gonna pick colors, but
Which building are you speaking?
I'm on
Building
building type
one.
1.
Just came in. It's like a grayish and a black.
yeah, normally go.
I thought it was
white
navy blue.
on the clubhouse,
And like a
blues
taupe.
and greens and gray, that's normally the
It
mixture.
looks kind of turquoisey,
I was curious.
grayish, right? Isn't it? I like it.
I mean, I can submit.
I was just curious. I'm not gonna hold us up. Go ahead, sorry, Linda.
That's what people are gonna ask us, don't you worry. What
Yeah.
color, what color?
What color?
Good question, and I will reiterate my motion to approve the concept plan.
I have a motion from Linda.
I'll second it.
Have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
I,
Opposed? Motion carries.
We're happy you're here.
Great.
Very happy.
In that motion, we're adding all those variances.
Yeah, I'll put it all in writing for you.
Take care of my cover problem and all that.
That's all had on the agenda tonight.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all very much for coming.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things moving right now.
Yes.
Anything we keep moving.
How long has this been in the works?
2 years. 2 years he's been wanting to deal with this.
It's still pretty fresh.
You lost your funding the first time, right, and found it, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like it?
That's what happened.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Right
pretty,
down.
like, 5
You
years.
know, that's my grandma's house.